Dark Souls gives you so much freedom in the build you desire to make. You can go ahead and make an Unga Bunga strength build.
What is that, Rolf? The hat of discipline. Do you live in a cave?
You can rely on your faith to smite your enemies down. You can choose to go with what build you want. But what if we removed that choice? For every level up, I must spin the wheel and I am subjected to whatever that needle lands on. So, can you beat Dark Souls with random stats? To start off, I once again name our character Gamblecore.
Let's go gambling!
I go with the Master Key as our gift, and I also go with the Deprived starting class, so all of our stats are even and not one of them has an advantage. This looks good. Let's go ahead into Lordran.
With fire came disparity, life and death, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
I'm going to go ahead and explain the 4 rules for this challenge run. Rule number 1. For every level, I am required to spin the wheel to dictate where my souls go. I am the wheel's Rule number 2, no grinding for levels. Say I wanted extra vitality, I can't choose that, so I'm potentially going to get levels in like 5 or 6 other stats before getting any in that. So I decided to just remove any of that. I'm saying this with family in the house, but rule number 3, I can only fap once. The Ring of Favor and Protection just gives you so many good stats for free. I decided I can only use this ring to beat one boss, and after that one boss, I must remove it in order to break the ring. And finally, rule number 4, I can only upgrade my Pyromancy Flame once after each boss I kill. In DS1, pyromancies don't scale off of any stat, so it would have been a very obvious choice to not only bring this to most fights, but also just spend my souls on this instead of the wheel. Now for most fights, it's actually going to be underleveled, but that's really it for all the rules. So I go ahead and collect my gear. We go ahead and go and grab our Estus Flask. Oh shit, I slipped. Absolutely dunk it on the boss. We wail on that thick ass of his. Yo, you doing anything tonight, or can I take you somewhere? And hit up a bird to hitch us a ride all the way back to Firelink Shrine. I pop a couple souls so we can get the ball rolling. For our first spin, we get Vitality. Next up is Dexterity. And finish it off with some Intelligence. Already a kind of weird stat spread, but honestly it's not too bad. Next, I head down to Anor Londo to get a free Firekeeper soul, and I brought the Jukes with me. We also get the Estoc, a great thrusting sword, and from a chest we get a Morningstar, our bleed weapon, which we're gonna use a little later. And also our first talisman to cast any miracles we might get along the way. But miracles right now are pretty goddamn expensive. It feels like they're trying to sell me indulgences to get into heaven. Right now I got the club on my right hand and the Estoc on my left. Estoc so I can still attack, but I can also parry with it. I go ahead and explore the Undead Burg for anything useful, and I also buy the Residence Key from the merchant. And the length of the Estoc is so long, I'm pretty much piercing through multiple enemies at a time. A helmet is my first piece of armor, so I'm still going to be running around dong out. Use the Residence Key to get 3 free Pine Resins. For some extra souls, I parry this Black Knight to death to hit those coconuts, and he drops us some early Titanite chunks. We unlocked the basement, but I am not fighting Havel right now. I only recently found out that there's a crystal lizard in these barrels. Hide and seek master. Next enemy in our way is the Taurus demon, and using the pine resin we picked up makes quick work of this dude. He went down with just little fight to him. Bait out the dragon to kill all the enemies on the bridge for us. Had to stub my toe for this shortcut. Taurus dropped us a good amount of souls, so our next levels are going into attunement, vitality, dexterity, some extra faith, and finishing it off with some extra vitality. Run underneath the red dragon on the bridge so we can get to the bonfire. But our next weapon of choice is gonna be the claymore. It's too heavy to one hand, so I just stick with my old setup to 1v1 the knight. After numerous back shots and a little bit of nuts torsion.
Yeah, you already know I'm obsessed with it.
I could do this all day.
We acquire another Titanite chunk. All these undead for ganking the shit out of me. I'm not confident to actually 1v1 this boar on my own, so I just toss the alluring skull and watch him get cooked like a bed and breakfast. Baldur Knights really like to think they're special till they get that Black Knight treatment. We reach the Undead Parish bonfire to level up a few times. Next up we get resistance. Next up oh my god, resistance again. And some extra attunement. Legit? Wait, you wanted me to fight this dude legit? Stopped him in the midst of his chug jug and also get another Firekeeper soul. I grinded on the knight so I can get my claymore up to +4. The sorcerer halted all the undead, so they were just packed enough to get hit with a black firebomb. And the next major boss on the list is the Bell Gargoyles. After lubing up the claymore with lightning, it brings the gargoyle down to half in just 2 hits. I will say both of them breathing fire did put me in a little bit of a pickle, but with enough space to heal, we regain our momentum and slice both guards down enough that the pine resin was just overkill at this point. And we go ahead and ring the first bell. Up here, Velka sells a talisman that casts miracles that scale off of intelligence, so I just checkmark it in case I needed to use it in the future. I forgot that if you don't free Lautrec before the gargoyles, he just decides to dip. He appears in Firelink Shrine, but he never paid a cent of rent money, so his ass gotta go.
Just give me a chance.
No.
Just give me a chance.
And now we have the Ring of Favor and Protection that we can only use once. We can level up again, and the wheel says we can resistance. Next up is Faith. Next up we got some attunement. Another point going into endurance. Finishing it off with another level in Faith. Next, grab the Asylum Key and head back using the best form of transportation. Honestly, if they gave this band of Torch Hollows a giant health bar, I wouldn't question it. It's definitely early, but I am going to be taking on the Stray Demon. Yes, our damage is absolute dog shit. And yes, my weapon occasionally can't reach up and wipe those cheeks. But with enough hits, our Morningstar will proc bleed, taking a percentage of health. The attacks are so easy to dodge and avoid that all these hits are just for free. It took me around like 7 minutes, but the boss eventually goes down, getting us a Titanite slab and 20,000 souls already. Next up we go get endurance, another point heading into our faith, extra point into attunement, oh damn, another point into endurance, and also another one into faith. Hey bro, I didn't mean it, I swear I slipped. You're fat rolling? No wonder you died! Got a couple more Black Knights here to get some nice chunks from obliterating their scrotes. Don't worry, I don't forget about the doll. And the Black Knight doesn't forget about locking me in here. I also might as well get the Rusted Iron Ring. I have the funds to afford 1 heal miracle. You know we're down bad when this is what I'm happy for. Talk to Siegmeyer for his quest line. After that, beam it to Darkroot Garden. I swear to god, I'm still surprised that this tree is like an actual enemy. These frog rays just love licking me, man. I can't be caught doing this on camera. This can't be on the internet. Also get a first-hand example of how effective the heal miracle currently is. I go ahead and grab the Leo ring because honestly any armor that I put that gives me poise is going to make me medium roll. Luckily for the Moonlight Butterfly, I equip any piece of armor I got because mid rolling doesn't matter. With the boss in the air, I use the Crest Shield to block any damage reduction and dodge any of their slower magic attacks. And once they get down there eating that grass, I switch to my Claymore and deal as much damage as I can before having to back off. Also, how do I dodge this projectile? Blocking it didn't work and running away with the dodge also didn't didn't solve the issue, so what do? It doesn't even matter, because eventually after testing my patience, the butterfly goes down. After that, we're given 2 more levels, one going into attunement, and I think this is the first time we level strength for the run. Also, might as well get the grass crest shield. I swear, in runs where it's not necessary, I get this halberd, and we might as well kill Havel now. This was one of Gwyn's knights. This dude was easy. Now we got the Havel's ring. And my next weapon of choice is going to be the war pick. It's like a hammer that does pierce damage. Now we got to go to Lower Undead Burg. Use the residence key to free Griggs. So now we have a catalyst and a way to buy sorceries. Also stock up on some charcoal and never use poison resin. I stroll into Capra's arena with the shield to block any dog attacks and just one tap them. With them gone, it's just a one-on-one fight. And with Leo's ring, I can take a hit and not get staggered. And another easy fight. Now time to go to the depths. Oh no, Torch Hollows, y'all are scarier than Capra. But down here, I want to save Laurentius so we can finally get our Pyromancy Flame. As per the rule, I killed Capra so I can only upgrade it once for now. And with Griggs being here, I get both Magic Weapon and Heavy Soul Arrow. I don't have the highest intelligence, but honestly it's like a free buff for our weapons. Look at that blue, it's so magnificent. Look at that blue right there. And since Quelaag's next, I go and buy Flash Sweat. Discord mods use this to take less damage from the sun. I don't use it right now, but I decided to start leveling up my S stock. I also originally forgot to get the large ember while I was down there. Oh buddy, I got range attacks right now. You ain't special no more. Ooh, just easy clap. I went ahead and behind the scenes leveled up a Scimitar up to +5 to use instead. And I also bought the Thorolin Talisman, which is pretty much a talisman with a lot of magic adjust, but it doesn't scale off of faith. I know it says it does, but any faith you put into it doesn't make it get any stronger. Rats already suck as enemies. There's a big one now? Kill this sorcerer so he doesn't bug us while I'm on my date with the gaping dragon. At the bonfire, restore my humanity so we can actually get invaded by Kirk. For a while, Kirk bugged out on the stairs, allowing me to just pelt him with heavy soul arrows. And even when he got free, he was just one parry away from getting put down. Alright, now we gotta worry about this Night Rain boss. Even with the Scimitar buttered up with magic weapon, the damage is neglectful. He eventually caught me lacking with Soul Arrow as I raised my hand like I was answering a question, and he laid them buttery nuts all up in my mama. Alright, second attempt then. How did that grab me? No, how did that grab me? And he still managed to hit me with that tiny chub on him. I guess it isn't about the length, but really about how you use it. After the gaping dragon has just ran around into too many walls, we can put him down. Now I gotta waddle back to the wheel where I get some extra faith, another point into strength, some nice extra attunement, more vitality, and more force resistance. I don't normally take this route to Blighttown, but there is something I need. I haven't taken the normal path in a while, so I'm really bad at it. Even the dogs are kissing my ass goodbye. I only lived because of that increased vitality. There are so many enemies, I'm just constantly overwhelmed. They're just raining down on me at this point. When I'm not surrounded, I kill this... What are you? And we get Power Within. I'm usually scared of health draining effects, but I don't really have a different choice right now. And I kind of just tumbled my way down until I made it to the bottom. And after grabbing the bonfire, I immediately dip back to Firelink Shrine to take the opportunity to upgrade my Pyromancy Flame, and on the way back I just decide to get the Firekeeper Soul and the Tin Banishment Catalyst. It has lower magic adjust, but it can be used as a weapon against Quelaag. And for you guys, this is actually the first time I popped my cherry with Power Within because I die from it. It's fine, next time we can just slice up Mildred quick. Next up, Quelaag isn't safe and I decide to pop Power Within for that extra damage. Oh, that damage is bad. Heavy Soul Arrow does give us better results, but we only have 12 of these. And even after Power Within runs out, we still have Flash Sweat to buff ourselves with. But yeah, I stuck with the Catalyst the whole fight, and it was a slog going through all of it, but one poke at a time, and we eventually take down Quelaag. Go ahead and ring the second bell to get this homie to open up Sen's Fortress for us. Get the secret bonfire and talk to Quelana so she can upgrade our flask here. Next round of levels, we got attunement, some endurance, buffing up our intelligence, and finishing it off with dexterity. I'm a little pervert, so I stole Seath's sister's clothing, and you gotta dodge that uppercut coming right my way. You already know the cheese. Just lure this dude on over to the beginning and smack that hand with whatever to force him to fall. I go around Blighttown to collect as much large titanite as I can, and I got the whole family watching me. And down here is the pyromancy Poison Mist. And with the souls from Seath, I decided to get the Lingering Dragon Crest ring to increase the time of our sorceries. Alright, let's check out Poison Mist, see how much damage it's doing. 3 damage. Alright, I could wait a couple years to kill a boss with this. With all those titanites, I bring my S-Stock up to +9. Next up is Sense Fortress, and this place gave me a lot of trouble. Even with my buffed S-Stock, it wasn't doing that much damage, and I was just getting 3-shotted. I brought the shield along so I can thrust while having some protection, and to make it easier, you gotta use these dudes' traps against them. And from this chest we get the Ring of Steel and Protection, get the Gold Serpent Ring because of all the grinding we will have to do later on. If we can't even kill the serpents quick, I'm not going after the Mimic. Also turn this contraption so Siegmeyer can actually make his way up. Go ahead and get this secret bonfire. Is it secret anymore? I don't think so. Ooh, that was right up the bum. Alrighty then, next mandatory boss is Iron Golem. I tested Poison Mist, and I don't think he can get poisoned, and I also did Fire Orb. Pyromancies are not gonna get this done. And again, it's just me slowly whittling his health down. Also, I know I didn't have full HP here, but when I did had better, I pretty much still died to the grab. I did have to get better with my aim when doing the running attack with the S-Stock because I would occasionally miss. And yes, I tried Heavy Soul Arrow. Yes, the damage was also bad. Honestly, up till this point, the Iron Golem was actually my biggest obstacle. But if you keep to it, he will start to stumble a bit, and then you'll be able to force him on the ground where I can guaranteed get some couple hits in. Yes, he will get back up, so I gotta get the f away from him like right now. God, the position I actually killed the Iron Golem in, my hands are nasty after that. After this, we get another level up in strength, one more into resistance, another one to further our intelligence. Oh god, it's resistance again. Oh. And the final one being put into dexterity. For defense, I get the Firestone Plate Ring, and since I'm here, I decided to free Big Hat Logan. I went down in the trenches so I can farm for some more large titanite, and to collect the Chloranthy Ring while I'm here in the Great Hollow, but apparently I'm too stupid for Logan to even think about talking to me. I go and get the Reinforced Club because I'm gonna give it the Raw infusion. I also have a Raw Straight Sword which I used to kill the Red Dragon for a bunch of extra souls, and I get my Reinforced Club to a +5 Raw. Gordon would hate this
It's raw, not even pink.
And with Magic Weapon, the damage is going to be busted. Also, I'm allowed to upgrade my Pyromancy again. Now it's time to head into Anor Londo. And for our future miracles, we get Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. And we can't use this yet, but we get Great Magic Weapon. I used to fear any of these knights, but after learning how to parry, they're baby mode. My goat. My son is here. For future use, we get Havel's armor. We gotta help Siegmeyer for his questline with these knights, and it's just parry him. Same day, different Anor Londo knight. I have a couple of souls with me, so we level up Vitality, Attunement. I was only rich enough for 2 levels, but now we have 5 attunement slots. I also got invaded, and I just gave him my ass for free. He didn't have to pay. But next up on the list, Ornstein and Smo. They tried to stop me before I could get my build going. With the weapon buff and power within, at this stage we're actually dealing a pretty good amount of damage. And right now I want to kill Smo first because we want to get Ornstein's ring after the fight. And killed this dude before he had a chance to get up in that air. In the fight, I quickly switched, it's not quick, but I switched to my Ring of Steel Protection and the Thunderstoke Plate Ring so we can resist stuff more. And I'm lucky I do because this Ornstein Slam should have killed me. But stick close to Ornstein, more close to his feet, and you'll be fine. Even when he does those jumps, you can just roll away from him. And it was just an easy fight when he didn't have Smo by his side, a way easier one. And now we get the Leo Ring. Oh no, this is the real prize. Yeah, baby girl, give me that Lordvessel. Oh shit, people are watching. The wheel is back and we get some levels in dexterity, extra in vitality, another point into strength, and another one up in attunement. Guys, I'm sorry, but I gotta do this. Please don't unsubscribe. I promise you it's worth it. I really gotta face Gwendolyn right now. It's just a really easy fight. You just gotta keep on hiding until you can actually get your swings in. And after a few minutes of not doing much, Gwendolyn goes down. I didn't know this, but once it turns dark, there's a couple people that spawn in this hallway that I took out with Poison Mist and the S-Stock, but we can exchange their soul on a catalyst for the Tin Dark Moon catalyst. We can use this for sorceries that scale off of our faith stat, and since we have more faith, I decided it was just a better option in general. And with all these souls, I get another level in dexterity. Whoa, 2 actually. And another level into endurance. The Firekeeper and Anor Londo wanted us dead, so I decided to fix that issue, and Siegmeyer gives our first damaging miracle, Emit Force. I get to upgrade my pyromancy again, and we go ahead and put the Lordvessel so we can continue on further with the other 4 parts. I went to New Londo to get the key in order to unflood the city real quick, and I did this just so I can get the very large ember to get our weapons up to plus 15. I want to take on Lost Izalith first, so first I gave 30 humanities to save Solaire, and we also get some free pyromancies with it in her covenant. I did not even get 1 hit off on the Demon Fire Sage. I'm still confused how he isn't resistant to fire. Honestly, he's still just like the Stray Demon. It's just as easy to kill him. Just be patient again and ram it between those cheeks and get them cleaned. Don't even worry, Solaire. You will not be dying in this playthrough. Go and get the Sunlight Maggot for later, and also the Crown of the Dark Sun to increase our magic damage. And I didn't want to send Laurentius down to Blighttown. I know I'm a dick, but I don't want him to die. And he still allows me to upgrade my flame. This one goes through his legs, but I swear some soul arrows just phase through this dude's body. And I did die to this one overhead attack because I'm just bad with its timing. Like, look at this one. You can't tell me it's not just going through him, but we do eventually take him out with the S-Stock. With them gone, we get another level into Faith, and another level into Resistance. Another level to Pyromancy, and with this ring to increase miracles, these things just die. Alright, the first anchor for the Bed of Chaos is pretty easy, and to make my way to the other one, I just journey on through the outer layer. I don't have an excuse for this, that was just on me. Again, I stick more to the outer layer, and we get the second anchor to the Bed of Chaos, and I perfectly dodged this firestorm just to die by not jumping. I should have learned from Minecraft to look down, but eventually make it through and kill the Bed of Chaos, 1 Lord down. We get some levels in Attunement. I said level, so there's another one. Oh my god. Currently, Attunement's my highest stat. Again, another Pyromancy level. Next up, I downgrade the Occult Club to Divine, so we can take out the skeletons and not have to worry about them coming back. And another weapon we're going to use for later, the Lucerne. I got the Dark Moon Seance Ring, even though I already have a couple of Attunement levels. And Pinwheel? Pinwheel's as easy as ever. They go and drop the Mask of the Mother for extra HP. I also turned my Scimitar into Quelaag's Fury Sword, just to try it out. I haven't before. And when you two-hand it, this thing swings fast. It's time for the Catacombs, but this weapon is not upgraded, so the damage is definitely going to be pretty bad. I was also really surprised, because I didn't know where I landed, and then I saw I was next to Patches. Oh, Patches. Never changed, dude. Down here, just take down Rhea's other paladins. They're fine with this Fury Sword. Get the Silver Serpent Ring for extra souls. Bro, I'm just trying to bonfire. Leave me alone. You brought the entire family. I went human so we could summon Leroy. He was dumb for doing these miracles in front of my face, you dumb. Ooh, goody, mandatory fall damage. I don't know how some people take on these skeletons down here without a divine weapon. They were on me like just piranhas. And Nito was still able to hit me from halfway across the room. Don't worry, with the skeletons down, I see our pyromancies are doing bad, and the Fury Sword is doing worse. By lighting that face with fire, we are slowly draining his health down. I really gotta start upgrading this weapon too. But it wasn't too bad. We do eventually take Nito down on the first attempt. I get another level on the Flame, and I also buy Iron Flesh. And I can also get Magic Barrier. I didn't want this dude to take out Rhea, so I killed him first. Oh, and we get that Fury Sword up to +2. A next level is going into Strength. Another one into Resistance. Oh goody, another one. Last one going into Faith. Resistance is now our second highest stat. Before we face the 4 kings, I also have to get the Abyss Ring, and before that I get the Hornet Ring while it's behind Artorias' grave. Oh Sif, I'm sorry from what I have to do to you. Okay, I'm not sorry anymore. Okay, you're gonna eat this entire Chaos Storm and you're gonna like it. And then just stick underneath Seath, and most of his attacks are just not even gonna hit you. I don't care about that limp anymore, bro. Nah, tonight you're dying. We get 1 level in Attunement and 1 more level in Faith. It's not even fully leveled, but the Estoc just one-shots these night raids with a riposte. For the 4 kings, I went in and dropped a magic barrier on me and then switched my lingering Dragon Crest ring to something else, and the damage is bad. And I know I say that a lot, but it's really bad in this situation because if I don't kill 1 king fast enough, I just have 2 more ready to gank me. Even with Havels, I don't have that much good resistance and health to tank these guys. I eventually thought that maybe I just have to switch to full on offense, but I didn't really have much at my disposal and it still wasn't getting the job done. And at one point with 3 of them on me at the same time, I realized I gotta come back here later. So my only other option is to head on up and then go to the Duke's Archive. Alright Seath, just kill me. You know what you gotta do, so just kill me. I was so close to getting cursed right there. Man, stop playing. Give me that goddamn key. Oh, and now we gotta listen to some trash music. I'm just kidding, I used to vibe to this song all the time when I was a line cook. But unfortunately, we do have to shut it off. Finally, we can escape from these jails? I was gonna say archives? There's always another problem around the corner. You mistake. Eventually make it on over to the next bonfire, and because of Seath, I buy the spell stone plate ring. Bro, I have like 4 clams following me into Seath. Buddy ate a couple thin mints before I arrived, Jesus Christ. Okay, I spent like a solid minute throwing pyromancies and poison at him before realizing my dumbass forgot about the crystal of immortality he has. After destroying it, immediately I go to Chaos Storm. Immediately. And when that's out, we go and fire resin the Estoc to hit him twice. It was kind of a tough fight. Not really, I'm lying, but we take out Seath and equip the silver ring so we get 72,000 souls. Next level's going into Attunement. After that, next is Endurance, with one last one also into Endurance. With no other option, it's time to take on the 4 kings. Going back in here, I decided to try and use the pyromancy flames since they don't scale off of my stats and I thought they might have been strong enough. And still, this strat is not going to be putting in any numbers. So I switched my strats and main the longsword, and for the first part of the fight, I'm going to rely on it along with Power Within and Havel's armor. The sword is putting in work and I'm cleaving through the first king faster than I have before. But once that runs out, we have our second option, Iron Flesh, reducing physical damage by 45%. I can just continuously wail on these dudes, not take much damage, and return, even if like a couple of them are hitting me at a time. Our longsword also has the gold pine resin to help it out a bit, since we don't have Power Within, and I'm just eating all of these, from 3 like kings at a time. Bro, I'm taking punishment. Mid-fight, I do have to reapply Iron Flesh, and when they do any magic attacks, I just make sure to get myself to full health to ensure that I survive them. I was an absolute wall, which is what I needed to finish this fight. It took so long and took a long time to even come to this conclusion, but we eventually win. Iron Flesh being the go. Can level up our pyromancy again, more levels which are going into Endurance, and Endurance again. Now to set up the DLC, I go and kill this ice golem in the Duke's Archive. I forgot to kill the piss one down in the Darkroot Garden. I deleted the footage with the piss dude, so here's the Hydra dying. Also, I have the Black Knight's sword, and after that heavy attack, I'm determined to use this thing.
What I do?
So I ended up grinding off camera, and I'll tell you what I have. I got my long sword to plus 15, the Black Knight sword to plus 5, Quelaag's Fury sword to plus 5, and the Lucerne up to plus 14, and I want to use each one against the bosses in the DLC.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help!
First up is Sanctuary Guardian, and I wanted to use the Sanctus and Magic Shield on this, and to give you an idea of how it goes, my Sanctus is not even leveled up. This fight starts off miserable. I will say I'm surprised Magic Shield ended up saving me here, and with the Fury Sword up to max level and us having 10 humanity, I think we're doing pretty good damage against this dude, but I can't even lie, near the end, the boss had me panicking hard, and I fumbled the bag on the very first attempt. It's just the Sanctuary Guardian loves to fly around and stuff. I hate it. And I almost fumbled twice. It's like high school all over again. Don't even worry. Sanctuary Guardian does eventually go down when he's not moving. We also buy the Ulasil Ivory Catalyst, which has 180 magic adjust, so we pick that up. We can only get one level out of that boss, and we get more faith. We're skipping because I just ran past all the enemies so I can get to Artorias faster. I wanted to power within in the fight, but he's just so fast I don't really have an opportunity for that. So in this fight, I went with the longsword to try and match his speed a little bit, but I haven't faced this dude in a while, so yeah, he just pancaked me. Like it was just full on breakfast right there. So I decided to be smarter and power within before I get inside the fight. And this dash attack in the air is just a great opportunity to hit him up. And I'm lucky because I could knock him out of this buff animation in just 3 hits. And anytime he attacks or dodges, I can usually just heavy attack into his direction. And with that, we take out Knight Artorias. We're close to the end here, so our next couple levels are going into endurance, and another point going into vitality. The helicopter always finds its way into a Souls game. We're using the Lucerne, and with the Leo ring, it does pierce damage, so we're going to be doing even more with this thing on. Get the silver pendant, because I cannot fight Manus without this thing. Who wants to roll off the edge of the map? Oh, I do! But the Lucerne is hitting hard, especially with this buff, and we get the key to free Goth. And because we're fighting Manus and I'm very scared, I pop all of my souls to get a lot of levels. First up, we got Dexterity. Next in line is Strength, extra Vitality, another point in Attunement, another one goes to Intelligence, and the last one, Strength. Okay. And with that extra level of Intelligence, we can actually use Great Magic Weapon now. Again, I'm not confident against this boss, so this is going to be the one I use the FAP ring on. Yup, I'm fapping over Manus. I know I kill you in the future, dude, but you owe me one now, okay? You can't feel bad. I saved you. And it's Manus time. I will say that extra HP does make me feel much more confident. With these buffs and the Leo ring, we're still doing pretty quality damage to this dude. And always be ready with that pendant in case he tries to hit you up with that dark. But his attacks have way more range than I ever anticipate. And once again, Pyromancy is not really doing that much in this boss. And the only reason I died is because I got one-shotted by a shotgun-like attack. But deflecting it with the pendant is better than name an addiction, name any addiction. But it wasn't the worst thing to get back down to a low amount of health, and we still had 6 Estus. And in the end, Manus was really fun to go against. I kind of forgot that it was this fun to go against this man. Next, again, pop a couple souls for some more spins on that wheel. And next up, we got more endurance, even more strength, which will go to the Black Knight sword, and just a pinch of vitality. And as per the rules, I have to break the FAP ring after using it against Manus. We can't bring it in for Kalameet. I'm just gonna say it, Black Flame looks so metal. Okay, I just wanted to summon Kalameet, you didn't have to do this. See, now I don't want to hear from these blind kids, okay? If Goth can shoot down Kalameet without seeing, then you can definitely draw like a circle. I'm bringing the Black Knight sword, and we're dealing pretty hefty damage to Kalameet. And the heavy attack is strong, but that windup is just way too long. And even when they hit us, it's not doing too much damage. I can tank it for a while. Hell, I even just eat their entire flame burst as I put on Magic Barrier. The real challenge was this Calamity grab. I did not survive for long when being dealt double damage. In the next attempt, I decided to power within midway through the fight so I could actually take him down faster and not have it run out before I'm done with him. And I've kind of learned to love these breath attacks because they just give you so much time. Like right here, when they do it for the last time, it gives us the opportunity to get that easy win. I'm facing Gywn with the Lucerne, so I bring it up to a nice plus 15. And we're going to be going with both the Leo and the Flame Stone Plate ring. And I also just sell a bunch of my stuff to get ready for those last few levels we can ever do. So for the last 3, we get Attunement, Intelligence, and the last one goes to Endurance. And for a recap, the stat that got leveled up the most goes to Attunement. Second place goes to both Endurance and Faith for being level 22 in both. And Resistance in third place with 21. Much more than anyone's ever leveled it, I swear. And it's time for the final boss in Dark Souls 1 to end my first challenge run in this game. I buff up outside his door with both Power Within and Great Magic Weapon. I got clapped instantly. When I actually know how to parry, we clear like a fourth of his health bar. But he's very quick, and sometimes I just don't understand how I don't outright die, but I have some opportunities to still heal myself and get in those parries. This third one scared me because he was just barely hanging on to life, but we were able to get him as soon as he got back up. And there we go, Gywn goes down, finally. But the real question is, what ending are we going for? How do we end off right now? With the wheel, baby, it's all up to the wheel. It's always been, what do we get right now? I have never linked the flame in this game. This is actually the first time I've ever done it, and I didn't want to. I've always felt like going dark was the best option. But the wheel has spoken, and we are going to be the cinder for the kiln. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I've already done this run, but on Demon Souls, but that is a much easier game compared to DS1. So I was definitely afraid that I wouldn't even be able to complete this challenge. And again, this was my first time ever doing some sort of challenge run on DS1. I usually just play it normally, but with the stats being allocated to different things, I really wanted to test out other weapons that fit well with what I had at the time. And I was really excited to use a lot of variety throughout the whole game. And also that's kind of why I like the idea of this challenge run, because it won't be the same if someone else decides to do it as well. In this run, I got a lot of attunement. Maybe another one, someone gets a lot of endurance or faith or something else. If people partake in it, it will be different per person. But overall, it was a really fun challenge, and we're going to do this same challenge but to DS2. So if the game doesn't give me a lot of adaptability, I'm gonna have terrible roll frames. If you want to come and check me out, I will be live streaming it the day after this video releases on August 8th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I'm gonna start. So if you want to join for the ride and see that chaos, I invite you on in, come on over. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys do know that you guys are appreciated. And if you guys ever are going through a rough time, I do hope that changes soon. And just at the end of the day, never forget to love yourself. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. I will catch any of you guys that join me for the rest of this challenge run in the future, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.